a purpose of being on their job, your goal, but without this my opinion, without a purpose, and you just living just to be living, shit, life would be miserable.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying about how exactly that, how that's part of the narrative, the propaganda, to keep our people from having meaningful purposes, because you constantly being bombarded what you should be concerned about and what you should be thinking, and they're like, oh man, any great ideas, our people are just so creative, man. You can see it, man. Even as kids, some of the stuff that we just come up with, games that we come up with, making baseballs out of duct tape and paper, just crazy stuff, man. It's like this genius at some point, it gets killed. It gets killed to say, like you say, because you see people, you see how other people succeed by because who they know. You see other people succeeding because of this and that, but not knowing that true success, right, is not a paycheck or is not material, because you can get that check and you can get that material things, but you still have not connected with knowledge of self. You still have not found, you're still not operating as your true person.
Yes.
So the dynamic, the way we view and see things, especially as Asiatic folks, is totally has to be a shift from this Western ideology. And I would even say, even some of them Europeans, they gotta shift out of that, because there's so much to be learned and finding that true happiness that people are looking for. You see people now, with money and all that, they taking their lives. I mean, how would you would think that they would have everything they need.
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
So if that's a sign to say that person, even though they had all that stuff, but they hate doing whatever they had to maintain that stuff, right?
Yeah.
They were not in their true purpose.
Dang, boy, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So then we have to reevaluate. What is our true purpose. I mean, what the meaning of life. The meaning of life. The purpose of life.
Yeah.
That, I guess that really lead us to, that is the narrative. Like, we've been bamboozled on the purpose of life.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you.
I think, hey man, we building on something right here now.
No, we are. What you just said?
Wow, that's deep. Man, I ain't even think about that. That is deep.
Yes, it is. With what you just said.
That's why brothers got to sharpen iron, man. We got to sharpen iron, man. This is a good build.
Yeah. Our purpose on life, well, like you said, we don't have a true, we need to find out what is the true sense of, true purpose in life. And a lot of times, a lot of our mindset on what life is all about, we getting it from, I'm just basically saying here, the Europeans, or what we see on TV, or what we think life is really all about.
Yeah.
And then we get caught up in that box, like you just mentioned, the things and so forth, and this and this and that there. But when those things are gone, or you don't lost those things,
Right.
like you were just mentioning, people doing all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so it does make you think. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, those things, but those things shouldn't be that your life shouldn't be centered around those things and accomplish those things, because it's bigger than that.
So true, man. That's just like, musicians, and I've been there, like, how you lose love for music. Like,
Yeah.
'cause, like, if you just chasing the latest sound, everybody doing trap music, so you decide, okay, in order to survive or be hot, I gotta do trap music. When you know you don't, when you know that's not you and you don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
And so what I found, like, I remember a time, something like that, where the industry, trying to get in the industry and stuff like that, and so the industry wanted only a certain sound, and people was, downing our women and so forth, and like, you get to a point where you're like, man, this is not even me, and like, you start not liking the music.
Yeah.
You start to make the music, you start not liking it, and the reason why that's happening is something inside you that's telling you this is not you. Like, this is not in agreement with the what they call the magnetic field force of the flower of life.
Hey, you couldn't have put that no better. Go ahead.
Hey, I don't know what I said, but I do know what I said.
Yeah, you know what you said. You was right, and it made sense. It made sense.
Yeah, how I think sometimes about, how they say butterflies and the birds, they fly by this magnetic field. They see a magnetic field. Like a navigation, there's a navigation, magnetic field navigation, that's around, that hoovers the earth, or like electric, like if you will, like invisible roads in the air. You know what I'm saying? And so they can sense how the planet is moving and so forth. And so, if you throw that magnetic field off, the birds will lose how to fly, when they fly different seasons to a certain location,
That is so true.
and all that kind of stuff. And so that's kind of like when we are doing things that's outside our purpose, it's like we're getting off track of our magnetic field of who we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yeah, Frazier Bay, my brother. I am now. Yeah, man. We doing it up. I had to flip this on record for a minute, so I recorded some of this conversation. So
Hey, it's all good.
Hey, you don't mind if I put up some of it, do you?
No, I don't mind, man. I don't mind at all.
Okay, just in case, so I could go ahead and tell IRS I know where them couple 10,000s that you done hid. Yes, indeed. Nah, man, let me stop, man. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna find out what, I'm kind of made my destination. I gotta go in here and get, do this job. But yeah, man, we gotta continue to build, stay in touch, bro.
Yeah, okay then, sure will, Mo.
For sure. Hey, so you around for the holidays?
Pretty much, yeah.
I might have to see what's up, man. I might have some time. I might can run through the city, man. Maybe we can sit down and break bread or something.
Okay. That's what's up.
But I check. I get back with you to see what you see where you at.
Okay then, Mo. That's
all right. Okay. Peace and love, fam.
All right.
Yep.
Peace and love.